Hello, my wonderful Cancerians or Cancers. Welcome back to Vovo Drag Tarot. I, of course, am Joni Vovo, a drag performer based in Sydney's inner west, in Sydney, Australia. And this is a general reading for the Cancer Collective. So if Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising, this video is for you. And because it is a reading for the collective, you know, there might be multiple messages coming out. Some might be relevant for you, some might not be. So just take what fits. And today I'll be using a Rider-Waite deck, using a Celtic cross. So we'll look at your current situation, what problem you might be facing, as well as some suggestions and also a potential outcome. And even though I do look at what might be coming up in the future and a potential outcome, that doesn't go to say you are a sovereign being. You have your own mind and heart and intuition, so make your own choices. It's your life. Just use this as a chance for you to perhaps have a bit more insight and clarity about your situation. All right, are you ready? I'll just give it one more shuffle. All right, here we go. So your current situation is, the upside down Six of Wands. Okay. Well, the Six of Wands is all about, I guess, success and recognition for your talents and skills and abilities and your achievements. And I guess this is coming upside down. So perhaps there's different areas of your life where you've been working really hard, you've been investing, you've been putting in your time, your energy, your skills, your abilities, and you just feel that either you're not achieving success or you're not being credited for the work that you've done. You know, perhaps for some of you, other people are taking, what's the word? They're taking credit for what you've been doing, which sucks and is horrible. Or perhaps you haven't quite been able to achieve what you're trying to set out to do. Perhaps there's been delays, roadblocks, or perhaps it all just fell apart. But either way, I can sense there's a lot of frustration here because you knew where you were going, you knew what you were trying to achieve, you knew what you were investing in, and either it hasn't happened or the reward and recognition for all of that work you did hasn't come in. Oh, Cancer, that's a epic starting point. All right, let's look at your immediate past now. So we've got Strength upside down. Okay, couple of upside down cards. So Strength is all about you being in tune with all the wonderful parts of yourself. So, you know, there's parts of us that might be a little more immature or might be a bit wounded, or we might consider, or we might have been told that it's bad. But Strength is being able to look in at to all those parts of ourselves and show it kindness and love, but to also know that all those parts of ourselves is what brings us our strength and our uniqueness. And, you know, by doing all that inner work, we learn a lot more about ourselves and the world, and we have more resources to bring into situations. It's a very beautiful card, but it's coming upside down. So Cancer, this possibly means that in this situation that you've been in, perhaps there's parts of you that have kind of jumped out. Perhaps you've been a bit reactive. Perhaps there's been some negative self-talk. Perhaps perhaps someone has said something and it's just like set you off into either a negative spiral, or perhaps it's put you in a situation where you've spoken out and then thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I think maybe it seems you're probably a bit exhausted, a bit tired. You're probably not in a place where you feel you have some inner balance. And yeah, it means that, you know, even though you've been working hard, trying to achieve whatever this is, you've probably been struggling a little. So, anyway, it seems like a really difficult starting point, but how are you going? This isn't too intense. Tap out if you need to. I'm just reading the cards, but if this is all a bit much, take care of yourself. Just click on through to the next video. But otherwise, if you're going to stick around, let's keep going and see what's coming up in the immediate future. So we've got, Cancer. What's going on? Is this a work situation? Or, I mean, it could be a social or family situation, but I don't know. Feels like maybe this is a work situation. So we've got the Five of Pentacles upside down. So Five of Pentacles is about feeling like left out in the cold. It's very much about lack, focusing on what you don't have, what you can't do, what you need and don't have. Although, having said all that, it did come in upside down. So, you know, we started back here with Strength upside down. So you may have been in a place where there were some negative thought patterns going on. And so I'm hoping that moving ahead into the future, because this came in upside down, maybe you're able to resolve some of those things. And rather than focusing on what went wrong and what you don't have, you're able to release that, let go, possibly even ask for help. Speak out, say what you need, ask for help. You know, in this card, these two people are outside what's traditionally a church, but inside, you know, there's warmth, there's community, there's food, there's shelter, and these people are outside. All they have to do is go in and ask for help. So coming out of this difficult situation, speak up, say what you need, ask for help, and also work through those negative thought patterns and try and focus on what you do have, what you can do, not all the roadblocks and not what hasn't worked out. Oh, wait, okay. So the next card is looking at the cross energy, which is the challenge you're currently facing or area of growth or wisdom you might be learning. I can already see there's a lot of challenge and growth going on already, so I'll be interested to see what this card is. So, are you ready? Oh, Three of Wands, upside down. Okay, so the card before this, the Two of Wands, is a decision card. It's about deciding whether you should stay with what's familiar or venture out to the horizon to find and seek something new. The Three of Wands is once that decision has made, this person here is waiting for their ships to come in so that they can, you know, they've already made the decision to depart and they're just waiting for the chance and the opportunity to, you know, leave this island or country and head on into the horizon. So this came in upside down, which talks about delays. So in this situation you're in, maybe you're looking for things to wrap up and resolve so that you can be done with it and move away from it and move on to the next thing. But it looks like your challenge is that there are some delays. Those ships haven't come in yet, and it looks like you can't quite leave this shoreline and head on to the next thing. Which is tricky. If you're already a bit burnt out, a bit exhausted, feeling a bit triggered, yeah, being the challenge being that you're asked to be a bit patient for a bit longer. Cancers. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what you're aware of about this situation. Yes, very much. You need some rest. Four of Swords is all about rest, recuperation, healing. So I was right. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're fed up. Often, I hate delays. I hate being patient. Anytime I feel like the lesson for me is be patient. I get so frustrated. But often delays are meant to be times for us to rest and prepare for whatever comes next. To heal from what's happened, process it, leave it behind, rest, get our, you know, energy back, and then we're prepared to move on. So you're very much aware at the moment, you need a break. You need time out. All right. What you don't see about this situation. Oh, Queen of Wands upside down. So the Queen of Wands is very charismatic. They can walk into a room, read the room, everyone knows who they are, and they can definitely lead and bring everyone on board and, I guess, shape the collective to go in a certain direction. Just a lot of charisma. Also, she's very much does what she wants. She's very self-owned, which is amazing. So this is coming upside down, and it was sitting in what you don't know. So I could read this two ways, and so take what resonates for you. I feel like either you've been the Queen of Wands. You, like this situation, let's just say it's work, you walked in, you're like, right everyone, this is what we're going to achieve. I'm going to get you all on board. You do this, you do that. Let's work together towards the goal and go. And you did that and it didn't work. Not to say that you did anything wrong or it's your fault. I have a feeling it's very much based about whatever this context is. You might have gone into a toxic workplace. You might have been given a task, an impossible task, where, you know, you were always gonna, there was always gonna be blowouts of budget or timelines or whatever. So, like I said, 2 readings. Either you went in there fully self-owned and confident, and then it didn't work. So I would say don't carry the burden of it not working. You knew, you know who you are, you know what you're trying to achieve, and that's a beautiful thing, so don't lose that. The other reading I could take is that you, from here on, if you haven't done this yet, this is the energy that you can embody to move into this situation. Like, instead of being stuck in all these negative headsets, telling yourself all those stories and saying, oh, this was my fault, oh, I did this wrong. No, push that aside, Queen of Wands, charge on in there and be like, right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to solve this, and this is how we're going to get it over the finish line. So again, take it which way you will. Like, either you've done this and it didn't work, but don't let that don't take that on as a reflection on you. Or if you haven't done this yet, this might be a way forward. Just charge on in, get everyone on board, and get whatever it is over the finish line. Okay. Let's look at the advice about this situation. And we've got Page of Wands. So you might feel a bit out of your depth. You might feel like you've exhausted all your options. You might feel like you don't quite know what the way forward is. And you might be waiting, waiting for some sort of inspiration to come in. So pages are very observant. So you might be being asked to spend some time reflecting on the situation. What's happened? How did we get here? What sort of roadblocks are there? And what sort of opportunities or potentials are there? So I would say take some time to take a step back and observe, and then be open to seeing what the way forward might be. It's probably going to be something that emerges, but you probably need some rest. You need to get back in touch with your own power, and then reflect and wait for the way forward to emerge. Okay, so let's look at the external factors or the environment. Oh, okay, I did say this was a workplace or career reading. Perhaps it's not. I mean, so the Two of Cups doesn't have to be romantic. It's very much social. So these two people are equally giving and equally taking in this dynamic. You know, their cups are full, and they both have the capacity to give and to receive. So it's this very beautiful mutual energy. So again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but it does point to that perhaps in this situation, there's some other key person or people that you thought you were able to have this balance of give and take, and it hasn't happened. You probably, I'm guessing, you did all the giving, you took on all the responsibility, you wore the burden, and the person or people around you didn't do their equal share. And if anything, they added to your burden. So yeah, that's the external factors or environment you're in. Oh, Cancer. This sounds so heavy. How are you doing? I'll just check in. I hope you're okay. I'm going to keep going. All right. So let's look at your hopes and fears. Oh, Cancer. I'm so sorry. Again, this could be romantic, doesn't have to be. You were very invested in this, whatever it is. Career, friends, family, romantic, whatever it was, you went in wholehearted into this situation. And this is sitting in your hopes and fears. So I'd dare say because things haven't quite turned out, you were on the verge of heartbreak, having to have your dream broken and your vision for this situation broken, and you having to just walk away devastated. Cancer! Oh my gosh. Okay, definitely take that time out. Take that rest. Self-care. Find your own power again. Please. But again, this was sitting in hopes and fears. So I don't know your situation, but perhaps there is still a chance that you can bring things together, rally the troops, achieve the goal, achieve whatever this outcome is. And there's also the potentiality it might not work out. So prepare yourself. Do your best. All right. I'm nervous to pick this last card, but let's look at a potential outcome. All right. You ready? Oh, Cancer. You're going to be put in a situation where you have to make a decision. That's going to be the outcome. If I tie all of this together, I would dare say this decision... Actually, I'm going to pull a clarifier. That's what I thought. This is your decision. You're carrying a very heavy burden. Very heavy burden. And the thing is, 10 of Wands, this person is so close to arriving back at their home. So this is a harvest. They've carried it a long way, and it's heavy, and it's a strain and a struggle, and it's cost them a lot. But they're so close to arriving at home where they can drop the harvest and then move on to, celebrating and living life large. I feel like this is your decision. Do you keep going? Is the finish line in sight? Do you have it in you to keep persevering and endeavoring and carrying this burden? Will you get to the finish line? Will it be worth it? And that's the decision you're left with. Oh my God, Cancer. I hope you're okay. That was a very intense reading. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the bottom of the deck, just, to peer behind the curtain, so to speak. All right. Okay. Cancer. There's very much stuck energy at the moment, but this came in upside down. So you're going to be able to see things from a new perspective, and it's going to get you unstuck. But you definitely need to step back. Definitely need to observe. Definitely need to rest. Definitely need to realign with self. It's going to give you a new perspective. And then I'm not saying this is the outcome, but like we saw there with the decision you have to make, there is a potentiality. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. There's a potential there. Is it worth it? Do you think you can make it to the finish line? Oh, Cancers, I'll leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Good. All the best in making that decision. Please take care of yourself. Please rest. If you liked this video, please hit like. Please subscribe. Leave comments below. If you've made it this far, let me know where you're watching in from around the world. And otherwise, I'll see you next time, my loves. Bye.